Hey guys, and welcome to a day in my life writing 1,667 words a day. I usually like to start my day off with journaling. It really helps me to clear my mind and just get in the best headspace possible. Next, I like to do a writing sprint for 10 minutes and see how many words I can do in that time. One thing that's really good about a writing sprint is that it doesn't let you get distracted from anything else. It's not like you're just sitting down to write and whatever happens happens and you've got all the time in the world. Here you only have 10 minutes, and in this sprint I got 409 words in 10 minutes, so about 40 words a minute. Next, I always like to make myself some hot chocolate, and I realize that everything is kind of sped up in this video, but I don't think you want to see me make hot chocolate for an entire minute. So, recovering from my eating disorder, I'm kind of focusing on solid foods with calories first, so I still do have reduced sugar beverages. And I like to add some coffee to my hot chocolate. I can't really drink coffee on its own, and I can't drink that much because I get crazy panic attacks. But I do like to have a little bit just because my medication makes me tired. And of course, an ice cube to cool it down. After I make my hot chocolate, it is back to writing. I try to do at least 2 writing sprints in the morning before my workday begins. Trying to get as many words done as possible, and honestly trying to beat my first writing sprint and my second one. That's a great way to stay motivated, is to set yourself little goals that are relative to where you're at that day. And this writing sprint, I did beat myself with 53 words a minute this time. So I'm pretty proud of that. After that, I like to make myself some breakfast, eggs with soy sauce and sriracha. I did add way too much soy sauce, so I had a ton left over. And now to work. So after I make sure that I get a good amount of work done, I like to take a break and do some outlining for the novel that I'm currently working on. Right now I'm working on a sci-fi, sort of low fantasy novel, and I just wanted to make sure that I was writing out all the characters' motivations, thoughts, feelings, and primary characteristics for each of the scenes that I'm thinking about, so that I really have a consistent motivation for each character going through. And outlining really does help me plan scenes ahead, because when you're writing things down in such a short way, you can kind of naturally get to what the next scene would be. So I kind of came up with 4 or 5 extra scenes that I could write, and I'm really excited to write them and give them a shot. After that, I am doing the hard 75, or the 75 hard, so I'm trying to read those 10 pages of nonfiction a day. I do commit the cardinal sin of marking up your books, especially in those self-help and motivational books, underlining what makes the most sense to me and what really affects me, things that make me feel, things that I can relate to. That was a tip I got from an old mentor of mine, and if you can see, I am trying to drink my water out of that giant 2-liter bottle of zero sugar ginger ale, which I'm trying to cut out of my diet. I have a bit of a hard time sitting still, so you can probably see me standing up and sitting down in the background of this video as well. But yeah, after that I got bored. I had bought a tattoo machine off of Amazon. I don't know how much I recommend it. It worked well for me, but I've been doing my own stick and poke tattoos for, I think, the last decade. So this was my first time using the tattoo machine on myself. It went pretty well. I've wanted to get this tattoo for a while, but I haven't been able to, because doing a stick and poke tattoo that far up your arm is a little bit difficult. The tattoo was kind of hard to do at first. I realized that I had the machine way too slow on the settings, so instead of piercing the skin, it was just bouncing up and down on it, which led to a lot of ink not really getting into the skin. But after I turned the speed up, it all went along really well, and now I have this tattoo that I've wanted forever, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah. I don't know how much I recommend doing your own tattoos to anybody, but for me, it seems to work out. Along with those goals for the hard 75 or the 75 hard, I'm trying to eat more vegetables. So I designed my very own salad at Panera a couple of weeks ago, taking the Greek salad and taking out the olives and the dressing, which I'm not particularly fond of, adding extra pepperoncini peppers, extra feta cheese, and I added bell peppers when I decided to make it at home because it's a lot cheaper to make your own big salad than it is to order one at Panera every day or every other day. You can see that I really, really like the pepperoncini peppers, and you can actually use the juice from the pepperoncini peppers as an extra dressing. Excuse me up there. Sorry, they're doing work on the apartment above me. Somebody moved out and they've been doing demolition for days. After I get another good chunk of work done, because my writing sprints are only 10 minutes, they're really, really easy to fit into the workday. This time I was writing those new scenes that I had outlined because they were fresh in my mind and I was really excited about them. One of my goals for writing is to write less dialogue because dialogue has become a little bit of a crutch of mine. It's always really easy for me to just have characters talking back and forth without really giving that much detail or moving the plot forward. I just love exploring their minds. But here I try to make sure I really did a lot of show, don't tell. And in this sprint I got 456 words. After that, it's time to make dinner. Excuse the dirty pan. I used it earlier to heat up something for my boyfriend. I'm having pierogies tonight, and I started to burn them, so you can see me frantically flipping them over, trying my best. There one goes. Yeah, I'm an okay cook. I swear, I really do try. But they actually came out really good, and I had some Axelrod onion dip with them, which is it's the best onion dip ever. I could eat it with a spoon, and I do sometimes. And I do compulsively eat everything with chopsticks. It makes me feel happy, and anything that makes me feel happy when I'm eating food is good. And then to wrap up the night, I'm doing one more writing sprint, trying to beat my previous time, trying to get all the remaining words out of my head, and just trying to end the day really strong. I don't like to go under 1,667 words because that's the pace that I would need to do National Novel Writing Month, and I'm doing my own. I'm starting in the middle of May, and I'm ending in the middle of June, and maybe I'll pick up a Camp NaNoWriMo on the way, but I really want to get this novel finished. So this sprint, I got 397 words, and for the day, I have 1,796. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Like if you like this, and subscribe.